of grade 3. In this lesson, we are going to learn about states of matter, properties of the three states of matter, change of state, vaporization and condensation. So, first of all, what do you think what matter is? So, matter is defined as everything that has weight and takes up space or volume. If you look at this picture carefully, you will see that these states of matter look different. Not only that, if you touch them in real life, they will feel different because they have different characteristics. So let's discuss the characteristics of solids first. Solids have fixed shape and volume. The particles are packed together and they cannot move easily. That's why a solid holds its shape. Let me show you some examples of solids. A ball, dice, Play-Doh, books, and even sand. Sand is also considered as solid because each grain of the sand is solid. So, let's move on to liquids. Liquids takes the shape and volume of the container. They are not easy to hold, but they can be easily poured. The particles in a liquid are loosely held and they can move slowly. So that's why they can be poured easily to another container. Some examples of liquids are shown on the slide. Gas. Now just tell me, what do you think? Is there any gas around us? Yes, air. Air is actually a mixture of different gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. They have no fixed shape or volume. They are not easy to pour or hold. The particles in a gas are well separated and they can move freely. So that's why gases just spread out and fill up any space. Some examples of gases are steam, smoke, fog, or clouds. Now, I want you to take a round of your house, identify these three states of matter and list them down in the comment box. Just think about these questions. When you boil water, what do you see? What happens to the water? Does it change its form? Do you know how wet clothes get dried when we hang them in the sun? Have you ever left a glass of hot water or coffee covered for a while? You would see some water droplets under the cover. Where does the water come from? All this happens due to the change of state. When we heat up or cool down a matter, it changes its state. Let me explain it to you. When we heat a liquid, it turns into a gas. So, the gaseous state of water is known as water vapors. What happens when we heat a liquid? It provides enough energy to the particles of the liquids to vibrate and move faster and faster and get enough energy to spread out and move around freely. In this way, a liquid is changed into a gas. This whole process is known as vaporization. What do you think? Is it possible to change water vapors or gas into liquid again? Yes, it is. When a gas is cooled down, it can be changed into a liquid again because the particles, they actually dense and come closer to each other in a cold atmosphere and then they turn into a liquid again. This process of changing of gas into liquid is known as condensation. Let me explain it to you with the help of an example. If we take a kettle full of water and keep it on the stove, after a certain temperature, water will start boiling and steam will come out of it. Actually, the water is changed into water vapors, which can be seen in the form of steam. The change of water into steam is known as vaporization. Now, is it possible to change water vapors or steam back to the liquid? Yes, it is. If we take a cool lid and keep it near the kettle spout, the water vapors, when they hit the lid, they will turn back to the liquid. This is because the temperature of the lid is cooler than the temperature of the kettle. That's why they are changed into the water droplets. You can even collect them in a jar. So, the process of conversion of a gas to liquid is called condensation. So, food for thought. On a hot summer day, leave a glass of water on a table for 24 hours. The level of the water will slowly decrease. Why is it so? Just think about it and write your answer in the comment box. I hope you liked the lesson. Thank you.